Megalodon, from birth to death, a dramatic life journey. Megalodon, from birth to death, a dramatic life journey 66 million years ago. The age of the dinosaurs came to an end, but the oceans remained a kingdom of monsters. Out of the deep blue, a new ruler would rise. One so massive and terrifying that it would dominate the seas for millions of years. Its name was Megalodon, the largest shark to ever exist. Our story begins not with the full-grown giant, but with something much smaller. The birth of a Megalodon pup was an event already drenched in violence. Unlike many modern sharks that lay eggs, Megalodon was ovoviviparous, meaning its young developed inside the mother and were born alive. But inside the womb, the struggle had already begun. Megalodon embryos practiced cannibalism before they were even born. The strongest pup devoured its weaker siblings, ensuring that only the most powerful emerged into the world. When a Megalodon was born, it could already be over 2 meters long, bigger than a fully grown great white shark. This was no ordinary beginning. This was survival of the fittest, from the very first breath. This was no ordinary beginning. This was survival of the fittest, from the very first breath. As a young shark, the Megalodon pup faced a hostile ocean filled with predators. Giant sea turtles, monstrous whales, and other sharks lurked in the depths. But even at a young age, Megalodon was a hunter, feeding on fish, small whales, and anything it could overpower. Each meal fueled its rapid growth. By the time it reached adolescence, the Megalodon was already a giant. Growing up to 1 ton in weight and 10 meters in length, it was fast becoming one of the most fearsome hunters in the seas. Its teeth, triangular and serrated, could slice through flesh and bone with ease. Its bite force was unmatched, capable of crushing the thick skull of a whale. As it matured, Megalodon became the undisputed ruler of the oceans. At its prime, it reached lengths of up to 18 meters, 3 times the size of the largest great white shark alive today. Its jaws could open wide enough to swallow 2 humans side by side, and its bite delivered over 40,000 pounds of force. No animal could challenge it head-on. The hunting strategy of Megalodon was brutal yet effective. Unlike modern sharks that often bite and retreat, Megalodon went for the kill. It targeted the chest cavity of whales, breaking their ribs and puncturing vital organs in a single strike. Fossilized whale bones with deep Megalodon bite marks tell us the story of a predator that knew exactly how to kill with precision. But life in the prehistoric oceans was not without challenges. Megalodon shared the seas with massive predators like Livyatan, a sperm whale ancestor armed with teeth longer than a human forearm. Battles between Megalodon and these giant whales must have shaken the ancient seas, with each encounter deciding life or death. Despite its unmatched power, Megalodon's survival depended on the health of its ecosystem. It required vast amounts of food to sustain its gigantic body up to 1 ton of meat every day. For millions of years, this was not a problem. The oceans were rich with whales, dolphins, and seals. But time would change everything. As the ice ages began, global temperatures dropped. The oceans cooled, and whale populations shifted to colder waters where Megalodon could not follow. Prey became scarcer, and the once mighty hunter found itself struggling. Slowly but surely, starvation began to weaken the giant. In its final years, the reign of Megalodon came to an end. The exact cause of its extinction is still debated. Some scientists believe competition with smaller but faster predators like the modern great white shark played a role. Others point to climate change and the loss of warm water nurseries where Megalodon raised its young. Whatever the reason, by 3.6 million years ago, the last Megalodon vanished from the oceans. Imagine the final days of a dying giant, a massive shark, scarred from battles, weakened from hunger, gliding through the silent seas in search of prey. Once the terror of the deep, now struggling just to survive. Each breath of water through its gills was a reminder that even the greatest predator cannot escape the cycle of life and death. Each breath of water through its gills was a reminder that even the greatest predator cannot escape the cycle of life and death. The story of Megalodon is more than the tale of a monster shark. It is the story of evolution, adaptation, and extinction. From a violent birth to a reign of terror, and finally to its quiet disappearance. The life of Megalodon is a dramatic journey that reminds us of the fragile balance of nature. Its fossilized teeth, some bigger than a human hand, are a reminder of its power. And the mystery of its extinction keeps us wondering. Could there still be something lurking in the deep? And the mystery of its extinction keeps us wondering. Could there still be something lurking in the deep? From birth to death, the life of Megalodon was a saga of survival, power, and ultimate decline. It was a giant that ruled for millions of years only to vanish forever. And yet its legend continues, echoing through the waves, haunting the depths and reminding us of the ancient monsters that once ruled the seas.